Hi, I'm Wayward, and this is my Lord of the Rings Online stream. There are many Lord of the Rings Online streams, but this one is mine. I'm going to be, in this stream, taking a tune from level 1 as far as I can get her. And why, you might wonder, would I want to do that? Well, I have a great love for this game. I've been playing off and on for 10 years. I still remember the thrill of that first ride down to Rivendell on a swift steed. I have ridden into Moria. I have battled all manner of monsters. I have ridden with the Rohirrim. I have been held prisoner in Isengard. I have jumped off the top of Minas Tirith with a chicken in my hands. And now we're in Mordor after 10 very long years. We are finally in Mordor, and all good things come to an end. And I don't know when this one will, but when it does, I want to have something to remember it by. And that's why I am making these streams, which I am turning into videos, so I will have the memories. So, let's go make some memories. This is Wayward. She's a little baby hobbit, and she's a minstrel because minstrel is the best class in the game. Some people will tell you that there are other classes that are just as good, if not better. They're wrong. I love playing minstrels. I have played many minstrels in my time. I have many minstrels at this time, but this is a brand new one so that we can go right from the beginning and hopefully go right through the end. I have already gotten her set up, so let's log in and get going. I also have tea. I have very good tea.
While out for a nighttime stroll in the Shire, there is a certain unpleasant feeling lingering about. Something on the air is strange tonight. Perhaps it is only the unseasonable chill or the great darkness of this particular evening. But surely it is nothing noteworthy, for this is the Shire, and it is rare indeed for any evil to touch this land.
Ah, yes, the peaceful, innocent Shire. Doesn't it look peaceful? What a nice night. Nothing ever happens here. Nothing important, anyway. But that's about to change. You are out for a stroll, and there appears to be someone else on the road. Who goes there? Who are you, and what do you want? You should speak with the hobbit who calls out to you. Look, it's Bounder Boffin.
Ho there! What's your business on the road?
Who goes there? What is your business on the road? I'm a bounder. Answer me at once. The hobbit is startled, but the alarm on his face melts into relief when he sees your face. Oh, thank goodness! A hobbit! I'm awfully sorry, I just had a bit of a scare. Something doesn't feel right tonight. You startled me, that's all. There's an odd chilling in the air tonight. Very strange. Do you feel it? We'll both feel safer if you come along with me. Do you know how to fight, Wayward? You just need a weapon of some sort. Here is the satchel I dropped when you startled me.
Inside is a spare weapon. You should loot it for yourself, then equip it to use it.
Look! I've gained something. It's a knife. It is a knife that does 3 to 5 common damage. Yes, surely this is a weapon with which I will conquer Isengard. Click it to equip it. Bounder Boffin has a blazing gold quest ring above his head. That might mean he wants me to talk to him.
Be sure to equip your weapon before we have at it. We ought to test your skill in battle.
Have you equipped your weapon yet, Wayward? Let's practice on each other now. Accessing your inventory. Press I to open your inventory to see the weapon, or left-click on the bag item icons on the bottom of your screen. Right-click on the weapon in your inventory to equip it. This will replace the flimsy weapon you currently have equipped. They're both flimsy weapons, but never mind that now.
Try coming at me.
In point of fact, I'm a minstrel, so I don't really fight
Oh my.
with weapons.
Did you hear something? There, down the road. Who could that be?
I wonder. It's Frodo Baggins and Peregrine Took and Samwise Gamgee. And where's Merry? Oh, I think he meets him in Buckland, that's right. Poor Sam, you'll never have a peaceful meal again. Hello, who's this? More travelers at night, and who might you be? Well met, my good bounder. My name is Underhill. Frodo Underhill. Why, I've never seen so many hobbits out of bed on such a strange night, no less. But it is a lovely night for a stroll. Hush, Pippin. What do you mean, strange? Have you seen anything odd along the road? Uh-oh. Frodo thinks he should get off this road at once. Frodo is right. There go our heroes off into the woods. They're looking for Baggins now. They don't know which Baggins. They only know that Baggins is a hobbit.
Gracious me! Did you see that?
Oh, I saw that, yes. Odo's farm. I'll cut this door open and we can get through. We're not fighting Black Riders right now. We're fighting spiders. And when I say we, I mean I. Because this brave defender of the peace is afraid of spiders. But I have my trusty loot. I can kill him dead. I have defeated the spiders and taken my first steps on a longer journey.
Well done!
Let's
press on now.
You're a bolder hobbit than I. Well done, Wayward. Let's press on. Yes, I am a bolder hobbit than you. But we already knew that.
Blast! I just need to find the key.
Surely, once we get through this door, we will find safety. Surely. Surely. Or possibly more spiders. Have you ever seen such enormous webs, Wayward? I'll hew the webs. Will you protect me from any spiders that come along? What would you do if I said no? But never fear. I have my loot. I will play a chord or two. One more. Ah, at last.
I think we're almost safe.
We're close now, Wayward. Odo's farm will get us safe to the road, and from there we can get to the nearest town, hopefully without encountering any spiders, or worse. This is the last door until we get to the road. But hark, what's that? There are more hobbits coming at us. Brigands! We're being chased! Mundo Sackville Baggins, Celandine Brandybuck, what are you doing here? What does it look like, you ninny? We are being chased by brigands. You're a bounder. Do something about it. Let's cut through the farm. We can lock them out. But there are spiders behind that door and a terrible horseman on the road. We only just escaped. And here come the brigands. Oh dear, what are we to do? I can't fight them. What shall I do now?
Oh!
Apparently what we shall do now is get punched and pass out. You tell him, Celandine. Your Mr. Baggins is wanted by someone who is lending us great aid in exchange for finding him. And away I go, into the darkness. I have awakened inside a prison, surrounded by brigands. The Black Wolves will have unimaginable power now, thanks to your Baggins.
Hobbits seem to turn up in the most unlikely places, Bounder Boffin.
Ooh, who's that? A tall, grim stranger. I should speak with my grim-looking rescuer. This guy look familiar yet? Maybe a little? Yeah.
Come along. We are not safe just yet.
Come, Wayward, I can see that you have a brave spirit, but it is time to flee. The Baggins they captured is not the Baggins being hunted. The brigands will not follow us when they learn of their error. Oh my god, Bounder Boffin, shut up. But it would be wise to be far away from here. My companion is outside, helping to rescue your friends. Let us join them. Follow Strider as he helps you escape. Oh, yeah, I will follow Strider. I like rangers. Don't judge. Amdir! Amdir, what are you doing? Amdir, that's a Black Rider. Amdir, get out of there, Amdir. No! This is not a good strategic move for you. No! Amdir has fallen. Alas for poor Amdir.
Come,
Alas.
Hobbits. It is safe now.
Safe. Safe.
Oh, dear.
You know, this doesn't look safe to me. I could be wrong, but this doesn't look safe to me at all.
This was a dire turn of events.
Stay close to me this night, Wayward. Ooh. Stay close to you this night. Baby. We must get Amdir to safety. It is to Archet that we must flee. Bounder Boffin, you should go back to the Shire. Its bounds must be kept safe. Celandine, Mundo, come with me. I worry for Mundo's safety when all the wicked folk west of the Greenway are searching for Baggins. Alas, that my true charge must wait.
Wounded by a black rider, the ranger Umdir escaped with his charges into the wild, making his way back to the village of Archet.
There, Captain Brackenbrook, a retired sellsword, has allowed Strider and his companions to stay and take respite from their cares.
So that was the tutorial we just finished. We now enter the intro. This is Archet, the peaceful, bucolic little town of Archet. What a lovely little place it is. Take a good look. You won't be like this for long. But Celandine seems to want to speak to us. Let's talk to Celandine.
Thank goodness you're awake. That fellow Umdir seems very ill.
You are awake, Wayward. Thank goodness. You were exhausted by what happened last night, but that ranger got us all safe to Archet in the end. I am terribly worried for his friend. Umdir looks so very ill. You can check on him if you like. He is just over there, to the west of where I'm standing. Do you see him there, across the lane? See for yourself how Umdir fares. Yes, there he is, just across the lane. With Strider, the ranger.
Do not trouble yourself on my account. It is only a chill.
So you were awake at last, Wayward. You earned your rest, for you fought bravely last night. As for myself, I found no peace in slumber. The blade of the Black Rider pierced only my shoulder, though not deeply. I am killed, but it is no matter. Thank you for your concern, but it is Strider for whom I fear. He is charged with a great task, but he tarries for my sake and for Archet's. Umdir assures you he is well, but he is deathly pale and trembles with chill.
There are too many deeds to be done, all pressing, and none of them easy.
Hail, Wayward. Umdir is right. I am torn asunder. I do not wish to leave him in this state, and What? I do not wish to leave him in this state, and Archet must be warned that the Blackwolves mean to raid the town, but I should be seeking a different Baggins right now. Oh, I get a reward, a threadbare cloth shirt. It has 18 armor. Wow, that's impressive. Well, next to the thing I'm wearing, which has 1 armor, I suppose it is, but it's free, you know.
Perhaps you can help, my friend. Captain Brackenbrook will not heed my warnings.
Level up. I am level 2. Perhaps you can help, Wayward. The people of Archet will be in great danger when the Blackwolves execute the plan we witnessed last night. The captain here, a man named Brackenbrook, does not like my look, and will not heed my warnings. Pray speak to him on my behalf, and see if you can rouse him. Every moment I spend here is a moment in which my true charge plunges blindly nearer to unfathomable peril. The Black Rider you saw last night seeks a Baggins, and our friend Mundo is not the one. Mundo ain't nobody's friend, but moving past that for now. Let us go and talk to Captain Brackenbrook, the distinguished-looking gentleman over here.
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
Did you wander in here last night with those rangers? I do not like the look of those fellows one bit, but I let them stay on account of the Pale One's wounds. You say the Blackwolves mean to attack us, but I do not believe it, not without proof. Those brigands have always been about. They are an unruly lot, but not murderers. I'll not be attacking them without good reason. If you must, talk to folks around town and get their opinions. If they are on your side, I'll consider the ranger's warning. Captain Brackenbrook does not believe the Black Wolves are a threat. He wants me to go talk to other people in the town, but I have something else I need to do first. I need to go over here and see the kitty! Hi, kitty! Hi, kitty! It's the Archet kitty! What a sweet kitty! Hi, kitty! Aw, look at the kitty! That's such a cute kitty. I have a kitty, too. I also have a kitty! Now there are two kitties. There is the Archet kitty, and there is my kitty. And my kitty will follow me everywhere. Kitties. Easily distracted though I am, I do have work to do. So, me and Kitty are going to go talk to Kate Henseed.
This is intolerable.
If Captain Brackenbrook says we're safe, then we're safe. He's always done a fine job protecting our village. Why would the Black World Wanderers suddenly attack us now? Kate Henseed believes Archet is safe from danger. Kate Henseed sells cheese. That there is a hunk of cheese. But onward we go. Run, 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 run. Along with Kitty to Peg Pruner. Peg Pruner is wearing a great dress that we cannot buy in cosmetic form, which makes me sad. Because I would like that dress and also that hairstyle. But alas, all I have is a kitty.
Greetings.
I see that your friend is wounded, and I hope it was not the Black Wolves that did it to him. I truly trust Captain Brackenbrook, for he has always kept us safe since he took charge of Archet. I will not argue with the captain, but I will help the injured fellow in any way that I can. Peg Pruner believes Archet is safe from danger. But surely Constable Thistle will believe us. Them's dark accusations you're making. Brigands are naught but riffraff. Perhaps he will not be our salvation.
Hello there.
You think the Black Wolves mean to attack us? Don't be absurd. They harbor no love for us, but they have a leader, and they fight more among themselves than they do with outsiders. They couldn't raid a squirrel nest, let alone our town. Constable Thistle believes Archet is safe from danger. Kitty, what are we gonna do with these people, Kitty? Kitty, what are we gonna do now, Kitty? I think we should go to Strider and tell him that the people of Archet do not believe us. Come on, Kitty. Let's go find the yummy ranger boy. Yummy ranger boy. Yummy.
Alas for peaceful folk everywhere. It is an enormous task to convince them that evil people with evil intentions will commit evil deeds.
This is perhaps one of the truest things I have ever heard said anywhere. Alas for peaceful folk everywhere. It is an enormous... He just said that. Why am I reading it? It says I cannot... I can read. I read real good. It seems that I cannot leave yet. Amdir needs my help, and I have pressing work to do in Archet to get these people ready for the impending storm. If you help me, perhaps I can leave before tonight. I will now get some threadbare cloth gloves to go with my spiffy
Before
shirt.
you try to fight, you must learn what skills you may from the trainer.
There is much to do, and you are new to this world of danger. As long as you wish to help Archet, it is most important that you hone your skills as a minstrel. I would like you to assist me, but I wish to make sure you are ready for the evil trials you will face. So I will go talk to the minstrel trainer. Now, the interesting thing about this is that since this intro was designed, a lot of things in the game have changed. We don't actually use trainers anymore. We get skills automatically as we level up. This is an artifact of an earlier time when we did have to visit trainers every so often to train in new skills, which could be a little bit tricky because back in those days, gold was kind of hard to come by, and you could find yourself with a new skill you could learn and not enough gold to get it. Thankfully, that is not a problem anymore. But since it was most likely easier to just alter the beginning rather than change it, we are going to go talk to the minstrel trainer. And he's going to give us all sorts of incorrect information about our class. Well, not incorrect specifically, but a little bit outdated. So let's talk to this dude.
Stay and have some tea.
I will stay and have some tea. And in fact, the tea I am drinking is shown below in the channel feed. There is a link to my tea. It's really good tea. A good day to you. I am pleased to find another minstrel here in Archet. I should be happy to share what skills I have with you. First, though, I will give you some small advice if you are willing to lend an ear to it. As you may already know, a minstrel possesses a great power. The power to stir the spirit and raise hopes when all seems lost. When the spirit is roused, the body soon follows. A good minstrel heals themselves and their fellows, staving off even the most dire wounds. Demonstrate your mastery by entering combat with the training dummy nearby, then using the skill Major Ballad. When minstrels were first designed, they were a healing class. Minstrels healed. They did a little bit of damage, and they healed. Nowadays, minstrels are DPS killing machines. But this was not always the case. And this intro is still indicative of the days when this was not the case. He then goes on to say, minstrels use ballads to attack their enemies, lightly heal their fellows, and empower themselves. These skills operate on a rotating system that allows the minstrel to have 3 special buffs on them at any time. After the third buff is applied, the next ballad played will overwrite the first, then the second, and so on. So essentially, you could just keep playing ballads, ballad, 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 and you would get a buff and do a little damage. And so you would play a ballad, get a buff, do a little damage. Play a ballad, get a buff, do a little damage. Play a ballad, get a buff, do a little damage. And then those 3 ballads would enable your anthem, which would give you another buff and maybe do a little more damage. And then that would trigger the coda. And the coda was your big finisher where you would do really not that much damage because you were a minstrel and you were meant to heal. Well, we still have that mechanic and we still use it, but it is those are the lesser powerful skills of what we have in our arsenal, or rather what we will have in our arsenal by the time we hit say level 10. Excuse me, I need more tea. He did say stay and have some tea. So I will stay and have some tea. I came here to kill stuff and drink tea. And I still have tea. So this mechanic that they do such a big deal of telling us about is largely insignificant at this point. In 2 more levels, I will get a skill called Piercing Cry, and once I have Piercing Cry, that will be 90% of what I use all the time, forever. And I will show you why when that time comes. There are reasons. Good reasons. Right, kitty? Right. So I will
Goodbye.
accept his
Might
quest.
I have a word with you?
You might have a word with me, indeed. And then I will go over to this training dummy, and I will clobber it a little bit. I have used Major Ballad while in combat with the training dummy. Now, maybe you didn't see it, but this little thing just flared to life, went from inactive to active. This is my Coda of Fury. It does 72 to 103 light damage. In comparison to this, which does 8 to 11 light damage. So comparatively, it is a much stronger skill. This guy over here, who I believe is a champion, is also whacking training dummies and probably getting more outdated information about skills that have changed since this instance was done. But I digress. Let me talk to my trainer.
Hello there.
I will be given a slightly better, really crappy knife. And a better loot. I was playing the loot without having a loot equipped. Invisible loot. I guess it's like air guitar. It's a minstrel thing. What are you gonna do? But I will get my loot. I will get my slightly better crappy knife. I will level up to level 3. Look at me. I'm all grown up now. Look at me, kitty. I'm all grown up. Not really. Level cap is right now at 115. Level 3, I have a ways to go. And now, I get to go back to Strider. Do you know anything about hobbits? I mean, if you have even the slightest passing acquaintance with The Lord of the Rings, you have probably heard something about hobbits. Here is what you need to know about hobbits. We like food. We like drink. We like pipeweed. That's what you need to know about hobbits. We are simple creatures who like the comforts of home. I may possibly be a hobbit by nature in real life, when I'm not being an airplane. It's a long story. Just roll with it. And here we go to Strider. Dear, you still look so sad.
Do you feel confident in what you have learned?
I am so much more confident now, Mr. Strider. Have you learned some new tricks of the minstrel? I can see that you have. You seem more confident now. You are about to take on a most perilous task. If we fail, I fear that ruin will come to more towns than Archet alone. The Black Rider has brought the influence of Angmar to our very doorstep, Wayward. So much is at stake this day. Are you ready to begin your great venture?
Dear, my poor old friend. A shadow has crept over him.
The Black Rider that stabbed him is more fell than any creature you will meet in your travels. We have a long ways to go, Strider. I'm gonna meet some dudes. We have little time and we must stretch what time we have by doing 2 things at once. Dear needs medicine, Wayward, and quickly. Do you know of a plant called Kingsfoil? It has great power to heal. You should ask Captain Brackenbrook if he knows of any that grows in these parts. Offer him assistance as well, if it does not take you far out of the way. We must begin to work on him, and perhaps he will look more kindly upon you when you do him a good deed. Yeah, this is a recurring theme in this game. As in every MMO, frankly. You do them a favor, they give you stuff. You do them a favor, they give you what you want. It's possible this is a metaphor for life. but I'm not judging. Another interesting thing right here. Later on in the story, in the game, and in the original books, Strider, being Aragorn, being the king, and I'm not even going to say that's a spoiler because if you have even the slightest acquaintance with The Lord of the Rings Online, you probably know something of the story. Aragorn, being a king, has some knowledge of the healing arts. Later on in the book and the movie and the game, he will heal several characters with the use of a plant called Athelas, also known as Kingsfoil. Right here in the first parts of this game, we are getting that foreshadowing and that bit of lore put in for us. The game is just that textured and that full in terms of capturing Tolkien's worlds. They have really done a fantastic job with this game. And for anybody who is in any degree a Tolkien fan, a fantasy fan, you need to experience this world. You just have to. But for now, I will accept this quest, and I will run on my dirty little hobbit feet across the way to Captain Brackenbrook and see if he has any work for me to do.
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
Captain Brackenbrook, you have terrible taste in men. Kingsfoil, eh? 'Tis a nice leafy plant that grows around Bronwyn's Folly, a ruin south of here. I'm sure I mangled that name. Help yourself to as much as you'd like. We have no use for it. And as for your offer of assistance, I will take you up on it. We are always in need of able hands, and you might as well earn your keep while you stay with us. My best man, Calder Cobb, is having trouble with wolves of late. Perhaps you could help him on your way to do your gardening job for the ranger. So we will complete a quest for Calder Cobb, who is Brackenbrook's most trusted soldier. This is called foreshadowing, people. Let's go learn about Calder Cobb. And there's Kitty following me faithfully. Kitty is what we call a cosmetic pet. She serves no purpose, but she makes me feel loved. So, basically like a cat in real life, kinda. There is a combat pet class. Unlike another game I will not mention, the combat pet class is not Hunter. It is Lore Master. And I have one of those set up and ready to go, and I will probably play her for a little bit at some point in the near future on stream. Here is Calder Cobb, outstanding in his field.
Well, well, if it isn't the rumor monger.
There are a few lines in this game and a few sound clips that are just sort of classic. You'll hear people quote them on World Chat. It's a saying. It's an in-joke. This thing right here is one of them. Let's hear it again.
Well, well, if it isn't the rumor monger.
Yeah. I've heard all about you, Wayward. As you can see for yourself, there aren't no brigands causing problems. It's the wolves that threaten us lately. They seem to have gathered around Bronwyn's Folly, especially about the top of the ruins. Brackenbrook sent you to assist me, and assist me you shall. I would like you to look into this wolf problem we are having. Well, I will do that. I will run over there to what should be Bronwyn's Folly, because it is the only big thing in sight. And this is the starting area, which is a nice peaceful little area where you can run right up to mobs and not aggro them. This used to be hard. There used to be a ton more quests in the intro, and some of them had bosses. You had to get fellowships in the intro to get through the intro. They had big fierce beasts, and it was not at all uncommon to die before you hit level 5 and got your level 5 title. Those days are gone now. I don't miss them. So I will whip out my loot, and I will kill this wolf. The knife stance is basically a default combat stance right now, but also as I go further, I do about this much damage with my knife. 99.42576% of my damage is through my instrument and my voice. That's just how it is. So I have defeated a wolf. I have defeated one of 4 wolves that I need to pass on to the next part of the quest. And so I'm going to run through weeds that are as tall as I am, get smacked in the face by flowers, lose Kitty entirely, and kill me another wolf. Now, by the way, if you've noticed, you can play this first person. And there are some people who do that. And you can shut off names to get a little more immersion. You can play the game that way too. I actually like to see as much as possible of what's going on around me. And occasionally get a face full of flowers. But you have the ability to do it either way. And what do we find up by the ruin? We find King's Foil. We have gathered 1 set of leaves to treat Amdir's wound. Now there is, in fact, another time in the book that there are a couple times where Aragorn, Strider, treats wounds from Morgul blades with King's Foil. This would be the first time. He's not very successful. Second time he does better. Third time he does really well. So I guess you could say that Strider leveled up his healing skills. I have defeated another wolf. 1 more wolf, and 1 more King's Foil. And now I am done, but wait, there is 1 more objective, and it says, search atop Bronwyn's folly for the source of the wolves. Well, let us climb all these little steps on our tiny little hobbit legs and see what we can see. There is a strange banner atop the stairs here. Oh, it is a strange banner indeed. I wonder what it could mean. But in any case, it is glowing and sparkling, and it's saying, please click me, so I'm going to click it. The Wolfmaster approaches. You must defeat him. Ha ha. Calder Cobb says you'd be paying me a visit. Really now? I have defeated the Black-Wooled Wolfmaster. And you know, there was a time when that fight used to be hard. That fight used to be so hard. There were times I had died trying to fight that dude. It's not hard anymore. So I have defeated the Black-Walled Wolf Master, but there is a greater mystery here. Why would Captain Brackenbrook's best man, Calder Cobb, set me up to get kicked by the Wolf Master? Oh dear. The Black-Walled spy is dead. There are not many things that you can aggro in this part of the world, in this safe little quiet learning instance. The Black-Walls are basically it. You know how I was talking about classic lines in the game? In-jokes, things that people repeat in world chat and to each other. You're about to hear one now.
Impossible! A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master?
Let's hear that one more time, because this is classic.
Impossible! A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master?
How is it that you stand before me? A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master? A weakling like me defeated the Wolf Master. Bah! I would kill you myself if that fool Dirk Mudbrick wasn't watching. No matter, I do not fear exposure. Except you totally do, because you're worried about that fool Dirk Mudbrick watching. Okay, but Brackenbrook will never believe you. He thinks I have served him loyally since I was but a lad, the old fool. Tell Brackenbrook whatever you like, but Archet will fall, and I'll make out with more gold than you can fathom. And you will die with the rest if you do not make yourself scarce before tonight. I am now level 4. And I have gained the skill that is going to be my powerhouse right up to level 115. It is this skill right here, Piercing Cry. I'm going to take a moment to move Piercing Cry to the first slot in my toolbar, because it is by far the most important skill that I will have. Why is Piercing Cry so important? Well, let me tell you. You saw me kill those wolves, right? And I'd play 3, maybe 4 chords at them before they dropped. Alright. This is Piercing Cry. Let's try that one more time. When I say that as a minstrel, I yell at things and they die. So let us go back to the peaceful little town of Archet and tell Strider that Calder Cobb is no dang good.
Calder Cobb is a traitor. Danger has found you earlier than I predicted.
Sounds like Calder Cobb had it in for you before you even arrived. How did he know of you if he was at his post? And how did the Blackwall know you were coming? Thank you for the risk you took to deliver the King's foil. I will think upon this riddle while I prepare a salve for Amdir.
I cannot decide which is more dangerous right now. Calder Cobb's treachery or the ignorance of Captain Brackenbrook.
If Calder Cobb is his best soldier, I know Brackenbrook will not believe that he tried to have you ambushed by Blackwald. I did some asking around while you were gone, and there is a Blackwald brigand in the stocks across the lane from here. He is being held for highway robbery. You should question him about Calder Cobb. I'll go across the way, and I will find this Blackwald in the stocks, and I will question him, for I wish to know what the heck is going on.
Oi! You there! Let me go! Calder Cobb can vouch for me!
Let me go. I'm a friend of Calder Cobb's, and I'm innocent at that. This idiot jailer won't heed me. Otto quiets down as you tell him you know of Calder Cobb's treachery. So you think you know the plan? Don't be smug, it's too late. By now the gears of war be turning down in the south. And quick. Soon I'll be free and you'll be the one in shackles. Or worse. Otto knows that Calder Cobb is involved with the Blackwolds.
What can I do for you?
It is good to make your acquaintance, Wayward. I noticed you were questioning Otto. Does that mean that his mutterings have been truthful? Yes, I do believe what you have come to Archet to tell. It is unprecedented, but all signs are showing that the Blackwolds mean to attack us. How is it that they have the means? If Brackenbrook does not believe you, you may tell him that I do, for what it's worth. Finally someone in this town is listening. Ned Pruner agrees that Archet is in peril. So we will go back to Captain Brackenbrook. Right, Kitty? Right.
How can you say this? Calder Cobb has been loyal to me since he was a boy.
And I will get me some threadbare cloth shoes to go with the rest of my threadbare cloth outfit.
I suppose it would be wise to investigate your claim.
Does Ned speak true of his prisoner? If so, we would be wise to investigate Otto's threat of trouble in the south. I'll not question Calder Cobb's lifetime of loyalty if there is no truth to back it up. But if you and Ned are right in your suspicion, this will be a very bad situation for us. Cal Sprigley's farm is to the south of here, near the gate up to the town of Combe. If aught is going on, he'll know. I have all sorts of stuff I forgot to equip. Never did equip that loot. Never did equip that slightly better crappy knife. I have some healing potions that I'll outlevel in no time. And my threadbare shoes to go with the rest of my threadbare outfit that I'm collecting. I also have a whole bunch of other stuff in my bag because I've been playing for about 4 or 5 years on this account. And I have all sorts of stuff from pre-orders that I get automatically every time I make a new character. Some of that stuff is very useful and some of it is not useful at all. But I've taken a few moments before starting this character to get it all set up and aligned, so by the time I logged on for the stream it would be in some sort of order. Anyway, talk to Cal Sprigley to assess the Blackwold threat in the south. Well, I'm going to be leaving Archet proper and going to a different area down in the suburbs to talk to Cal Sprigley. But what I'm going to do right now is break up the recording a little bit. I'm going to keep the stream going. But I'm going to change up the recording a little bit, close this off for today, and I will return next time with another recording of Wayward's adventures in Archet. Thanks for watching.